Women should have to sign a liability waiver before marrying, moving in, or having a baby with a man because it is high risk behavior and we are not treating it as such. It can include questions like, are you willing to risk getting an autoimmune disease from staying silent, having to swallow down your rage, and carrying years of resentment from repeatedly asking him to do the dishes or take out the trash? Are you willing to do all of the domestic, emotional, invisible, etc. labor while being compensated very little or not at all? What questions would you want to include on this waiver? Drop them below. But for those of you who are like, not all men, it's enough men that 78 to 80% of women have autoimmune diseases compared to men. It's enough men that studies show that married men live longer, whereas single women live longer. So what does that tell you about the quality of life that partnering, marrying, moving in, having a baby with a man provides for a man versus a woman? When a man gets involved with a woman and she moves in, he automatically gets a live-in servant, a nanny, maid, lover, sex worker, therapist, emotional support. Men's typical response is that they're paying the bills. But here's the thing, women who are partnering with men who want them to split bills or want their partners to pay all the bills, or even men who agree to pay all the bills, women still don't realize that all of the labor that comes with partnering with a man, especially if there are children involved, it's not even close to equal to the bills he would be paying. Access to your time, attention, energy, the way in which as a woman you will improve the quality of his life, and then add on all of the labor that you're doing, he would not be able to afford you. I saw a post recently that said that women are funding their own oppression and calling it feminism, and I agree, because women are partnering with men who maybe want to split the bills, but then women are paying for half of the bills or more while still doing the same amount of domestic labor. Because those men who are splitting bills are not taking on more of the labor. Not only are they getting slack on having to provide and pay for the bills, but they are also still benefiting from the same amount of labor that this woman is providing to him. That's not equal. So many women are also ending up in homes with angry men who take up all of the space, who blast all of their emotions on their partners, who are angry and stressed, whose mood when they get home from work instantly changes the entire room and drags everyone down with them. And even powerful women who are leaders, who are into personal development, who know how to regulate their nervous systems, partnering with men who come home and then they have to use all of their tools to get regulated again after being around that man's energy. How is it worth it for us as women? What are we benefiting from? What are we receiving from it? You have to really ask yourself that. Also, stop providing labor for free. Raise your standards, center yourself. This is also why I teach my clients how to release stored stress, regulate their nervous system, center themselves, their desires, their pleasure, their own eroticism, take their erotic and financial power into their own hands, and cultivate 3 qualities that my work provides, which is eros, which is aliveness, like your quality of life, your aliveness, yes, your turn on, yes, being well fucked, all of it, but your very aliveness, which most men snatch when you become in a long-term relationship with them, have their children, move in with them, is a woman's quality of life slowly deteriorates while his increases. Women's financials tend to go down, and especially because we're conditioned to give our financial power over to men. We equate men and marriage and money with security, so we end up giving over our financial power to them, and in the end, when a man leaves us or we end up leaving, we have nothing. So women have to really be careful about doing this, partnering with men, having children with men, living with men. Power, coming into your own sovereignty, coming into your own internal regulated power, not power over others, but internal power, and freedom, being truly free within yourself financially, erotically, in your life, in all of the ways.